All right, so now we're gonna test arterial function. We're gonna start with pulses. So I have my patient in supine right now, as you can tell. So we're gonna kind of go bottom up. So I'm gonna start with the dorsal pedis pulse. This will be on the dorsum of the foot, and it's going to be just lateral to the EHL tendon. So if I could have you extend your big toe for me, just like that. Good. Feel for that. Right there. And that feels normal, so about a 2+. Okay, so now moving on to the tibial pulse. This is right posterior and superior to the medial malleolus. So I'll take my third and fourth digits and I'll feel for this one. Right there. That one feels a little bit less, so I'd give that a 1+. Now we're gonna move up to the popliteal fossa. And with this one, we're gonna wanna kind of take all of our fingers, go right into that fossa, and then we're gonna have to apply a little bit more pressure for this one. Sorry for my cold hands.
Okay.
Right there. That one feels pretty normal, so a 2+ again. Now finally for the femoral pulse. Now for this one, we're gonna have to use our inguinal ligament and our rectus femoris for this one. So go ahead and right here, sorry for my reach. Good, and that one, there is shorts in the way, so it feels a little bit less than what his popliteal pulse did, but feels pretty normal, so I'd give it still a 2+. Okay, so now that we've checked pulses, we're gonna go to capillary refill. And so what I'm gonna have the patient do is actually come, move, and elevate his legs up onto this chair right here. So you do that for me. Perfect, and I'll move this right here. So for capillary refill, we're gonna basically go just proximal to the toenail, the big toenail. We're gonna apply pressure for about 5 seconds for the blood to kind of shunt, and then we'll let go, and then we'll observe to see if the blood can come back to the area. And if it's greater than 3 seconds for that blood to come back and the redness to come back, then we would, that would indicate arterial insufficiency. So I'll start with your left. So like I said, I'll just apply pressure right here and observe once I let go. So color returned under 3 seconds, so that would be considered normal. Now to his right. And once again, under 3 seconds. So use normal for both sides. Once again, if it's over 3 seconds for that color to come back, then that would indicate arterial insufficiency. So now our last test is called the Ruber for, what is it called again? Ruber test for ischemia, sorry. So I'm gonna have my patient go back into supine. I'll move the camera back. And so for this one, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna wanna observe the bottom of the feet. So we're gonna wanna look at what the skin looks like before we actually go ahead and do the test. You can't see me, but it looks, pretty normal color to his natural skin tone. And so when I'm gonna lift his legs, and we're gonna hold that for 60 seconds at 60 degrees. After a minute, then I'm gonna have him sit up and then allow gravity to help with the blood coming back, and I wanna see if the normal skin tone or the color comes back. If it takes longer than 15 seconds, then that would indicate arterial insufficiency. So we're gonna go ahead and do both legs at the same time. So we'll take both legs and lift them just like this to about there. Now we got our clock here for 60 seconds. So, are you comfortable there?
Yeah.
Good. I like your shorts.
Thanks.
So like I said, 60 seconds. Once the 60 seconds is up, then I'll kind of help him sit up and come back down. You've been lifting a lot? You look kind of sore.
Cramping right now.
Just 10 more seconds. You can already see kind of a little bit of color going away. 3, 2, 1. All right, now I'll have the patient sit up for me. And then we'll observe for that color returning. So, like I said, we're looking for 15 or less seconds for that color to come back. And if not, then that would be an indication for arterial insufficiency. Our patient here, it took no time at all for that color to come back, so he's pretty normal.